YouTube? It's your girl Truly. I'm about to make a video on why me and my family moved to Mississippi all the way from Kentucky, and I got me some snacks, you know. If y'all hear something in the background, it's cause there's people playing basketball outside. If y'all don't eat y'all's Nutter Burgers like this, then something wrong with y'all. Anyway, to the video. I was born in Louisville, Kentucky. And raised in Louisville, Kentucky. And raised in Kentucky for 9 years. In between those 9 years, we moved to Indiana for a minute, and then we came right back. But we stayed with my dad and my mom, and their relationship was horrible. I'm not gonna go into too much detail because there's just too much, but I can say he was very, very abusive. But yeah, so we finally left him. Well, basically he kicked us out in the middle of, what is it called? A blizzard or an ice storm, or it was something like that. One of my mom's sisters and her husband came and picked us up, and we didn't have no heat in our car or nothing, so we was cold all that way for like 7-8 hours. It took us a good minute because, mind you, it was like a blizzard or ice storm, whatever it was. It was bad. It was cold. I remember that. But y'all, I was so done back then. Like, I did not know what was going on. So when I found out that we was leaving, I was crying all that night. I was crying and crying. I was crying so bad my eyes were swollen. So we moved to Mississippi, which today is 10 years that we've moved from Kentucky to Mississippi. And today's December 22nd. So that Christmas we didn't get much. We was all staying in a trailer with my mom's sister, her kids, and her husband. And we was all sleeping on one bed in the living room. Well, it was a futon, or however you say it. That's what we was sleeping on. After that, I don't know if we got kicked out or what. I wouldn't call it kicked out. I'm not too sure because I was still young back then. I was like 9. But, so we had to move in with some strangers that we didn't know. There was like, they went to church sometimes with us or whatever. But we moved in with them. Y'all listen, when we moved to Mississippi, it was totally different from Kentucky. So I was like really scared. I was crying every single day. I didn't want to leave my mom. I didn't want to go to school. I didn't want to do nothing because it was so different and so scary to me. So I was like really depressed. But I didn't even know what depressed was back then. But I just knew that I was sad as hell. Yeah, so we moved in with them strangers, and they became family. It was like really nice to us. Got us a car. Eventually, they helped us get our own house. And y'all, this is where it all started. So we moved into this neighborhood, and that house, it was 5 bedrooms. It was nice. We had some fun neighbors there. Everybody in the neighborhood would come over and we would just chill, have fun, play, do all that. I loved it there. Except for, you know, what was going on in the house, because it was like crazy. But yeah, we stayed there for a good minute. We moved there when I was in like, I think I was in 4th grade. I think it was in 4th grade whenever we moved there to that neighborhood. And then we moved out at the end of 6th grade. We moved into a house. My mom got her a boyfriend. Much loved him. And then some stuff went down. That's when my older brother had to move out of the house. My mom and her boyfriend broke up, and we moved to Tennessee. And mind you, this is in 7th grade. So I went from Blue Mountain to Tennessee in 7th grade. So we was living in Tennessee and Mason. And then I was going to Oakland school. Hated it there. And then we moved to Somerville and we stayed in a homeless shelter. And then we moved back down to Mississippi. Worst year ever. I'm just telling y'all like where I went. So stayed there in 8th grade. Then where did I move to after that? Faulkner, I think. Yeah, I think it was Faulkner. But let me just tell y'all, while I'm telling you like where all the places we went, we was still moving houses. Like, even though we was in the same city, same state, we would still be moving houses like constantly. So it was crazy. Constantly moving. But I think I moved to Faulkner after that. That's where I told that story where I threatened to shoot up the school or whatever. That's where I was at. But yeah. Then we moved to Kentucky in the middle of that grade. What grade was that? I think it was 9th grade. Yeah. It was 9th grade. So moving back to Kentucky, we moved to J-Town. I loved it. Then we moved to Mississippi, staying with my mom's boyfriend in some trailer in the middle of nowhere. Didn't go back to school. So when I went back to school the next year, which was, we moved to another city. And so I had to repeat 9th grade because I was out of school for too long. And I swear my grades were like horrible. And then at the end of the year, I picked them back up, and then I got suspended for the rest of the year. Then we moved back to Blue Mountain, and then back to Blue Mountain, and then I graduated, and now I'm working at Ashley Furniture. Got us a house, about to move into it this weekend. yeah, that's gonna be the end of the video. Hope y'all like it. If not, oh well. Whoop de whoop. Peace.